Check out my singing channel Matt Melodies by following the info card or the link in the description. Yo, what is poppin', guys and girls? RVP Matt 123 at your service, and welcome to my vinyl collection update for May 2023. So as I've said in my previous video, this is something I'm going to be doing now, just giving you an update of all the records that I've managed to get over the month. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, because believe me, there's a lot to go through here. There's a lot of 12 inches, some 7 inches, stuff you may recognize, some you may not, and some really weird stuff along the way. But without further ado, let's get into the first one. Right, first up, we have one of two records that was given to me by a friend. This is Soaps. 20 favourite soap opera themes. Yeah, stay with me, don't go anywhere. So this was put out by EMI, Music for Pleasure, EMI. I don't know what pleasure they were thinking of. But this came out in 1986, I do believe, according to Discogs. And you've got a lot of American and British soap themes performed by the Power Pack Orchestra. So you've got lots of ones you'd recognise: Coronation Street, EastEnders, Crossroads, Brookside, The Waltons, Emmerdale, there's Dallas, and a lot of ones that I didn't recognise too much, like there was a Dynasty, Knots Landing, Colbys, Falcon Crest, Take the High Road. I have heard of St Elsewhere, actually, but I haven't actually watched it. I've given this one listen through so far, and the renditions are pretty good, actually, especially the Coronation Street one, because apparently there were two musicians here that performed on the original session in 1960. That's Dave Browning on trumpet and Dave Linnane. Yeah, Dave Linnane on bass. They were on the original recording in the 60s, so they came back for this, and I think it sounds great. One thing I really like is this inner sleeve. I think EMI were known for doing these sort of sleeves back in the day. So it was a standard like paper sleeve, but it'd have some information on how to take care of your record. So it says, like, thinking of giving someone a record as a gift. Next time you're thinking of giving someone a record or cassette as a gift and you're not quite sure what to choose, give them a record token. So like advertising record tokens and how to take care of them. So store this record vertically away from any localized sources of heat which are causes of warp. Information like that, some useful stuff. But yeah, it's just a standard black pressing, red label with the Music for Pleasure EMI. And yeah, as I said, this is pretty good. It's in good shape. I think there's a few pops here and there, but the songs themselves, the renditions of them are actually kind of good. And to my knowledge, considering this came out in 1986, I think this must have had the first third-party rendition of the EastEnders theme, because EastEnders first aired in 85. This came out in 86. So I'm not sure. I probably have to follow up on that, but yeah. Good find, this one. And continuing the weird trend, we have the first 7-inch for this video. Yeah. Where are you going? Please come back. Yeah, this is the Mike Sammes Singers singing the Wombling song and Remember You're a Womble from the Flintstones. No, it's from the Wombles, but yeah, I wasn't really expecting much when I first start this on. But yeah, this is another Music for Pleasure EMI. You can see on the back there, it's a different logo. Yeah, here it is. So it has a Wombling song and Remember You're a Womble. So it's got a Womble burrow that you can colour in if you're young enough. And here's a label. It's a 45 yellow surprise label. It's got that pop out center. So if your player took the larger hole, you could do that. But yeah, as I said, I wasn't really expecting much when I first started this on, but the renditions are actually pretty good. You know, like, they're obviously not as good as the original, but if you weren't able to get the original singles of the Wombling song and Remember What You're a Womble, or if you were just on a budget, then this probably would have been a good way to turn. These are good renditions of both songs. Also, spoiler warning, there'll be more Wombles coming later on. Next we have the first new records that I have. This is Rick Astley and Hold Me in Your Arms. This is the 2023 remaster that came out about mid-May. This is actually a rather impromptu purchase because I only found out about this pretty much the week it came out, and honestly, I'm really glad I found out about it because this album is actually pretty great. So this is his second album. It came out 1988, I think, just after Whenever You Need Somebody in 1987, which of course I'm never gonna give you up on it. This one has I think 3 notable singles on there. There's She Wants to Dance With Me, Take Me to Your Heart, and the title track, of course. He also did a cover of The Temptations, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, on this, and it's actually pretty good, that cover. I mean, what do you expect? It's Rick Astley, he's great at anything. Here's the inner sleeve. Lots of pictures of the man himself, and one in a sort of a sky blue tone, which kind of matches the front cover. And lyrics on the back, imposed over a Rick Astley logo. And as for the album itself, it's pressed on this absolutely gorgeous sky blue, which is a pretty perfect color choice, considering like the background of Rick is standing on at the front cover, and this. Yeah, I really like this. It's on BMG, side 1, side 2. It's got a sort of marbled tone to it. I'm not sure if that was intentional. I think it's more noticeable. I think it's more noticeable on side 2. I think you could just about see that around the top there and around the sides. But that kind of works. Oh, there's a pretty good one down here. You can see that sort of dark blue line. But it sounds great. It looks great. This is a great release. Definitely try and pick it up if you can. And this next one, this one's really special to me. As soon as I saw this when I was out, I was like, I'm not leaving until I pick this up. And here it is, Mika, Life in Cartoon Motion. Welcome to my childhood, everybody. So yeah, this came out in 2007, the album itself. And my dad actually found out about this guy before me. He would hear him on the radio, and then he introduced me to his stuff. And I was just like, I love this guy. This album, pretty much, is just like the soundtrack to my childhood, you know. And it's just great to have this as a physical copy, aside from the CD, which honestly I have had for like since 2007 or 2008. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, here it is, Life in Cartoon Motion on vinyl. And fun fact, this and his latest album, My Name is Michael Holbrook, these are the only 2 albums that he has on vinyl at the minute, which honestly I think is an absolute travesty. Mika, you need to get your other albums out on vinyl. The market's booming, you can profit from this. So you've got the, well, I don't think I can really call this a lyric sheet, because you only get the lyrics for select songs. Like for example, Any Other World here is only represented by an image. And same with Big Girl and Billy Brown here. So like the only ones that really have lyrics on here are Grace Kelly, Lollipop, and Love Today. But one thing I can say is the artwork is absolutely lovely. The photography and the illustrations are just like extremely colourful, really cartoonish, and it kind of sets the tone for the album that you get. And speaking of the album, here it is, polyline sleeve. You know how much I love that. And of course, it's just standard black, but it's on 180 gram vinyl, of course. There is Mika logo sprouting out like the flower he is. And same for side 2 here. And yeah, this album just never changes. Like, every time I listen to it, like all the songs are memorable. They get into your head pretty much immediately, including the hidden track that's on here, Over My Shoulder, which, fun fact, that was actually the first song Mika ever wrote when he was about 17, I think. But yeah, Mika nowadays isn't really appreciated in the UK as much as he was when this album first came out and with his second album. Nowadays, he's had more success abroad, and obviously more power to him. He's doing great nowadays for himself. But honestly, I just feel like he needs some more attention over here. So if he can, pick up this album, pick up any of his albums on CD or vinyl if you can find it, and just give this guy another chance because he absolutely deserves it. Right, these next two are ones I'm really happy with because I got these as part of HMV's 2 for 40 sale. They're doing 3 for 55 as well, but I didn't have enough at the time. Sue me. But I'm happy with the ones that I managed to get, and here they are. First up, Prince's Dirty Mind album, and yeah, this is one I've had my eyes on for quite a while. I've been wanting to get this for God knows how long, but now that it's in this sale, I finally had the opportunity. So this is a pretty can I say overlooked? Yeah, I think I could say overlooked. Pretty overlooked album from Prince's early days. This came out in 1980, and it pretty much kind of set the tone for the musical vibe, so to speak, that he'd go on with. Lots of electronic stuff on this album, like particularly with like synths and things like that. So you got some really good tracks on here. You got When You Were Mine, Uptown on here, and some pretty raunchy stuff on here as well, like on Dirty Mind, Head, and Sister. Like, I swear to you, look them up and you'll know what I mean, alright? So there's a pretty good insert here. The fonts for the credits on here, like they've been put on with the typewriter, and I really like that vibe. And then you have a photo of Prince and his bandmates on here. This was before the Revolution, who I think started on the next album, Controversy. But yeah, there's Prince in the middle, Fink, Des, Bobbies, Andre, and Lisa. And this is again 180 gram black vinyl. This is a modern Warner Records pressing, of course. Rather plain label, but it does sound great when you get it on the platter itself. And the songs are pretty great too. Really upbeat. They're gonna get in your head. They're gonna make you feel good. And the other album that I got on the sale is a metal classic. This is Motorhead and Overkill. Now, obviously you know me as a rock and metal lover, so you're probably thinking I know a lot about Motorhead. Wishful thinking. Yeah, I'm only just getting into Motorhead, really. Like, I've obviously heard Ace of Spades and Triple H's wrestling entrances. So I thought I may as well start with a classic Motorhead album like this one, just to get me into them. So yeah, this is Overkill here. So reproduced from the original sleeve artwork, I believe. So you got side 1, 2, photos of the bandmates. There were a 3-piece at the time. Obviously the legendary Lemmy Kilmister, rest in peace, you absolute god. And I really like how the logo for the album was done there. So like over on that side and kill on the end, and obviously iconic Motorhead logo right there. Surprisingly no insert in this, like no lyric inserts, but I can shove that inside because polyline sleeve, once again, you know how I like those. Once again, this is 180 gram vinyl. I think these are the original bronze labels reproduced on here. What I like this actually because this is a evolution sort of thing. So as it goes round, you can see evolving from little monkey child to big brawny human thing. But you know, I'm actually really glad I picked this up because these songs are actually pretty rocking. Obviously, the title track was an absolute classic. Damage Case on side 2 is another one I managed to heard, mainly through Metallica's cover of it, so I'm glad I managed to finally listen to the original. Limb from Limb is a good closer, and this again, like as I said, this is a metal classic, so I had to get my hands on it, and I'm glad I did, especially in this 2 for 40 sale. I told you I'd get back to the Wombles, didn't I? Because here they are again. This is the album itself of Remember You're a Womble from 1974. I found out about this through a friend of mine, the same friend that gave me the Soap and Wombles records. I actually got this at a charity shop, £1.50 for this, absolute bargain, and it's in great shape as well. There's obviously a little fraying around the edges, particularly up here, and there's some yellowing on the spine and on the top and things like that. But like this is kept together really well. They got the Wombles costumes over there because yeah, that's what this band was. Just people in costumes. Childhood ruined right there. But yeah, here's the back. Nothing really special to say. Just the Wombles there. Remember your Womble track listing and all of that. Gets a bit more interesting on the inside actually, because you've got the lyric sheet here. Look at that. That's just really charming. Just one of the Wombles holding up the lyrics there, and same on the other side. CBS pressing here. So you have the CBS logo in the middle. I really like that because you got to have the spindle going through at the CBS eye there. But yeah, this is 1974, and once again, really good shape here. Obviously had to give it a bit of a dust down because it's a charity shop purchase, so you're obviously going to have to. End result, this is actually a pretty good album because the Wombles as a band actually put out some pretty good stuff. Remember You're a Womble, obviously. Banana Rock, which is the closer on this album, and yeah, I'm actually kind of interested to get their other albums as well, and just see what the other ones were like. But yeah, Remember You're a Womble. There it is. We're getting back into 7 inches again now with this one here. This is Genesis with their single Abacab from the album of the same name. Obviously, you know me as recently being a pretty big Phil Collins fan. I've got his first 4 albums on vinyl. I'm almost always listening to his stuff on Spotify when I'm out and about. But I haven't really gotten into Genesis properly yet. I mean, I have Invisible Touch, which in itself is a really good album, but I thought I might as well just get into Genesis content as well. So here's Abacab. This is the lead single from that album, and I really like the art style that they went with for this album cycle. It's very abstract, because you have the tears of color there, the black squiggles there. The logo is a pretty iconic one for Genesis as well. And on the back here, you got red being the primary color and yellow making another appearance there. So there is Abacab on the A side and Another Record on the B side. So here it is. It's an injection mold label. So what that means is there's a set design that they put over it. Because you can see like the Genesis logo is basically engraved in there, along with the title and credits, and the Charisma logo there with the Mad Hatter. This is a Charisma pressing. So that's the A side, Abacab, and the B side, Another Record. And both of those songs, pretty good. Can't lie there. I'm probably gonna have to get the Abacab album at some point. I'm probably going to end up with like 4 copies because there's 4 variants of the album cover with different colors, different colors like these. So who knows? I may get all 4 of them. But yeah, listening to this definitely made me more curious about Genesis's content, both of Phil as a singer and obviously Peter Gabriel in the early days. But yeah, do not regret this purchase at all, and it was a pretty good bargain as well. £4 I think I paid for this. So yeah, Genesis and Abacab. Right, these two are pretty special. I got these at a Camden record fair, and yeah, I do not regret these one bit, because as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh my god, I need to have these. So first up is another 7-inch, and this is a band that you may be surprised to see having some 7 inches. This is Five Finger Death Punch. Yeah, I'm a fan of them, so I'm clearly an enemy of the state. So yeah, this is Five Finger Death Punch with their single Hard to See from the album War is the Answer, 2009. It has Bulletproof on the B side, and it's numbered, actually, so I've got number 240 here. Here's a back with the lineup for that album. So Ivan Mooney on vocals, Jeremy Spencer on drums, Zoltan Bathory and Jason Hook guitar, and Matt Snell on bass. I think this was his last album with the band, so he's not really known much. But yeah, this you may be wondering why this is special. Well, take a look at this. White vinyl for the win. Look at this. That's gorgeous, isn't it? So you got Knucklehead with his blindfold on. That's Hard to See on the A side, and Bulletproof on the B side. And I'm just going to go out and say it. I don't care if you hate on me. I don't mind Five Finger Death Punch. They're a pretty good band. They've got some great songs. Their latest album did take a bit of a while to grow on me because of their some of their more experimental songs. But I still love them as a whole. I love them as a band. I love them as people. And yeah, so I was really happy to find this because I kind of need to get into more of their early stuff in their first two albums. Like I'm obviously a fan of that era. Like there's a ton of iconic songs like The Bleeding, White Knuckles, War Is the Answer from this album. But I feel like I haven't listened to it as much as their other stuff, so I should probably get those two albums on vinyl at some point. That's Way of the Fist and War Is the Answer. But yeah, great purchase here. And this one I was just incredibly surprised at. Namely, just seeing it around, but also for the amount that I got it for. And this is AC/DC Power Up. This is their sort of comeback album, if you will, from 2020, having not released anything since 2014. This is on yellow vinyl, this one, and believe me, I found this in the shrink wrap for 10 quid. I'm not kidding. Like an album from 2020, mint in the wrapping, like no markings at all, for a tenner. That is an absolute steal. But yeah, here's the album. I really like this cover, very neon, and obviously red's my favourite colour, so this kind of obviously spoke to me. You've got the band shrouded in shadow on the back with their Thunderbolt behind them, and this is a gatefold as well. So you got all the band members doing their thing there. You got Brian, Angus, Stevie, Cliff, and Phil there. I'm pretty sure I got those names right because again I still need to get into AC/DC a lot more. But I did listen to this album when it came out in 2020, but I never got a physical copy until now, and I was going to pass it up. It was a tenner. So this is the inner sleeve, and this is pretty special here. It says this one is for Mal being Malcolm Young, who was in the band for donkeys pretty much since the beginning, but then had to retire I think in 2014, and then unfortunately died in 2017. So this is great that they dedicated the album to him. And look at this. Look at this for credits. Like you've got them like advertised here, the warning on an amp or all the details like that. It just looks really nice. It's great detail. And as I said, this is on yellow vinyl, 180 gram. Just look at this. Really like a very neon, electrified sort of yellow, which kind of suits the album. I would have gone for a red vinyl, which I think they actually did, but I think I missed out on it. But this is definitely another good colour to have. You got Angus there doing the classic horns, and some electrical appliances on the back there. But yeah, for an album from 2020, for a band that's been doing it for like well over 40 years, going on 50, I think, this album is honestly fantastic. Like it shows that AC/DC still have it in the bag, and they could honestly go on for years at this rate. They may not have that many albums left in them, like probably like one or two left, but I'm just glad I was alive to see this come out and just enjoy it. It's just a great album. So if you're just a casual fan, if you've never listened to AC/DC before, this is a good jumping on point. Definitely pick it up. Power up. And finally here, we've got a selection of 5/7 inches here. These are from the vintage market in Brick Lane. All cost me £1 as well, so that's £5. So I got these all for a £5. So first up, we have Stevie Wonder here, Part-Time Lover. When I saw this, I was like, oh, I remember this song, so I really want to go for it. I really like this design as well. It's sort of a Pac-Man shape around the logo there, and it's pretty good, and the song's great as well. This record's in good shape. It's obviously pressed on Motown here. This is the logo. This is the logo that we have in the UK. It was more of a silver sort of thing compared to the rainbow that America has. And there's the instrumental on the B side. Then there's the Weather Girls. It's Raining Men. I'm sure you've all heard this numerous parties or on the radio if you're driving, because it's one of those kind of songs. But it's absolutely iconic, so I had to go for it. From what I've read, this is actually a reissue from 1984. It originally came out in '82, but I can understand why they reissued it because the song's that popular. But yeah, Raining Men on the A side, instrumental on the B side, and this is a CBS pressing. This is their 80s logo with a sort of a sunset motif on here, and it's obviously still got the I logo, can't forget that. But yeah, it's Raining Men on the A side, instrumental on the B side. Again, really good shape. Now here's an artist you probably wouldn't expect me to be into, but here he is, Mr. George Benson with Teaser. I'm getting heavily into George Benson at the minute. I think I've got 4 of his albums at the minute. Just going on a streak from Breezing up until 2020. And this is from the album While the City Sleeps, which I really want to get. I've really got my eyes on it. So this is a Teaser on the A side, and it has a Did You Hear the Thunder as the B side. I really do enjoy George Benson. He's got that sort of charm and that groove that you really can't get out of your head. As soon as you like hear some of his music, like you kind of really want to hear more because he's that talented, and he's still going today. So this is another injection mold label here. It's pressed on Warner Brothers. So here it is, Teaser on the A side, and Did You Hear the Thunder on the B side. It's actually labeled as Did You Hear Thunder on the record. I don't know why that is. I think it's probably because of space. But yeah, this is another great song from that album. I've actually got another single from the album. That's Shiver, and it's just edging me even further to getting While the City Sleeps on vinyl, because I've been looking for that for ages, and I have seen it around, but it's always when I don't have any cash for it, and I'm just like, next time I'm gonna get that. So you may see it in June, in my June update, so stay tuned for that. Now here's some guys you would have heard of, the Jacksons. This is State of Shock. This is from their album Victory, which I have. And obviously this song I think is like the most iconic from that album. I think alongside Torture, which I also have a single of, an American pressing actually. But yeah, as you can see here, lead vocals by Michael Jackson and Mick Jagger. That is a combo that you probably never expect to see, but it actually works really well. Like if you listen to this song, it's gonna stay in your head for a good while. But there it is. There's the Victory album on the back. It's a gatefold, so it's showing off all the artwork on there. And this is pressed on Epic Records. This is another injection mold, but it's a sort of a pale blue, which looks really nice as well. You've got the Jackson's Victory logo there, which is a nice touch, even though it says Jackson's up there already, in case no one read it. But here it is, State of Shock on the A side, and here is Your Ways on the B side, which is from their previous album Triumph. And listening to this song made me realise I need to get Triumph at some point. I've heard a good number of songs off there. I've heard Can You Feel It? I've heard This Place Hotel. And yeah, it's another iconic one. Like, I've seen Destiny about, and the self-titled Jackson's album, of course, but I've not seen Triumph around that much. So if I manage to lay my eyes on it, I'm definitely going to snag it. So you may be seeing it on my channel sooner or later. And finally, we have this. So obviously you're wondering, massive question mark, who the hell's this? Well, my friends, this is Genesis, of course. Who else is it? This is their single Tell Me Why from We Can't Dance. I think this came out in 1993, actually. The album came out in 91, so they were really spreading these singles out. Yeah, this is pretty cool, actually, because it says underneath, a royalty from this release is being donated to Save the Children, Bosnia and Red Cross. So I think something was happening in Bosnia in 1993 that I'm too young to know about. Yep, there it is. Genesis, Tell Me Why. And on the B-side, there's Dreaming While You Sleep, which is a live performance of that song. And this is another injection mold label here, pressed on Virgin. So Tell Me Why on the A side, and Dreaming While You Sleep live on the B side. This song's actually like 7 minutes long, so I was actually amazed that they were able to stick this onto a 45. 7-inch. But yeah, Tell Me Why. That's a good song. Makes me want to listen to more from We Can't Dance. Obviously heard No Son of Mine and Jesus He Knows Me, which I really want to do a cover of on my singing channel at some point. But I really want to talk about Dreaming While You Sleep, the live performance of that, actually. Like, you obviously hear the crowd noise at the beginning and the end, but the performance itself, the way it's produced, really makes it feel like it's a studio recording. Like it's actually that well done. I was impressed by it. So yeah, I'm really glad I was able to listen to that. But that right there is all the records that I managed to get during the month of May. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back again next month for my update for June. In the meantime, you can let me know down below what your favourite out of these were. Like if you plan to get any of these for yourself, or if you managed to get any records yourself this month. Just let me know what you managed to get, and I'll happily listen to it and see if I can get them myself and add them to my collection. But yeah, until June, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell to know when all my videos come out. And as always, it's RVP Matt 123 signing off. Ha! Catch you later.